talk a little bit about my story, my relationship to money. So, has anyone heard the term our voids drive our values? Has anyone heard that term? Our voids drive our values. Okay, so this is what it means. Anything that you perceive in your life as missing, you're going to see it as a high priority. You're going to value it. We were talking this morning about the way I was raised in. You guys might not know, but about 125 square feet is smaller than the area that's inside these chairs. I was raised in a 4-foot high, 125 square foot attic. So we didn't have a lot of money. So that was my void. And as a child, sometimes we didn't have dinner on the table at night. And I saw that money is an important thing in this world very quickly. Because if you don't have money, you don't have a roof over your head, you don't have food on your table. Forget about luxuries. I just mean like basic necessities. So over the years, I've had money as a very high value thing, not from a place of greed, not from a place like I need all this money so I can have nice things, buy nice things to impress people that I don't even care about anyway. Because that's what most people do. Let's go buy a whole bunch of nice things so people we don't even give a shit about will like us. It's not about that. It was so I can make a difference in this world. When I graduated from chiropractic college, this was now, I've been in Toronto, practicing for a little bit, getting my hands wet, now 2003. Moved back to Vancouver, opened up my practice in West Vancouver, and I was just under $200,000 in debt in 2003. That's a lot of money. So I did what I knew I had to do. I knew in my life that if I focused on the people, if I served people, and I focused on the people, everything else, guys, was going to take care of itself. I knew that. But I also want you to know that financially, I'm very well educated. I understand money. I understand how it works. I understand abundance consciousness. I know the art of manifestation. So without getting into all those concepts, I incorporated all those things. I built up my practice, started doing well. We're going to talk about herd mentality. We're going to talk about what other people do. I'll never forget this. 3 years into practice, I went to go meet 3 friends who were chiropractors, the 4 of us. We went for dinner. They pulled up. Brand new BMW, brand new Mercedes, brand new BMW. And then I pulled up. 15-year-old rust box. And we sat down, and they know me well, they're my good friends. And they're like, Sukhi, you make more money than the 3 of us combined. What are you driving that shitbox for? And this was my response. I said, I have a plan. I have a plan. First thing I'll say to you is that what Bradley just said, the first thing that happens is as you start to make money, you start to increase your lifestyle. I want you to remember this. Write this down. The longer you live below your means, the better you'll be for the rest of your life. The longer you live below your means, the better off you'll be for the rest of your life. I hate to talk numbers, but I'm going to share some numbers with you. Because I think it's very, very powerful, and it lets you know how powerful that statement is. That's what my friends did. They're paying $1,200 a month. They didn't own the thing. It's borrowed money. It's other people's money. They're paying $1,200 to $1,500 a month so they could show people that they don't even like how wonderful they are. See how important it is, guys, to look in the mirror and do the inner work? Because when you do the inner work, you don't need shiny trinkets to show people stuff. As I started making money, you get people who want your money and want to do things with your money. So guess what? You do what everyone else does, herd mentality, and start throwing money in the stock market. So then I started looking at funds and different things like that. This is where congruency came into my life. See, Bradley learned later in his life about shiny trinkets. When I was 17 years old, I bought myself a Porsche 911 Turbo with cash. That's how deep into that world I was. And it was cool for about 3 weeks. And after that, that emptiness just came back. And although I walked away from all those shiny trinkets when I hit rock bottom and all the money I'd accumulated from that life, why? You can't use dirty money to create a clean life. So I started from scratch. When I was 19 years old, I was up at 3 a.m. and I saw Tony Robbins on TV, and I wanted to buy his program. It was $116. I didn't even have $116. I had to borrow $116 from my dad. I asked him, I wanted to do this thing, and it's good. And he'll help me, I'll buy it. So like, I had nothing. And here I am, 2003, in debt. And here I am, a few years later, with a plan. So I'll share with you about that plan. A few years after graduation, I started looking at things I could do with my money. Because what I do is, I created forced savings. No matter how much money I made, I've always taken 10% off the top and put it in a separate bank account. 10%. You make $100, you take $10, you put it in. You make 1,000, you make 100 in. As your income increases, the amount you put away for savings increases. If you get to a place in your life where you can increase for savings, all the power to you. Go up to 10%, 20%, 30%, wonderful. It's just for savings. You don't do anything with the money. You just put it in a bank account. I have another saying. The universe is always watching. The universe is always watching. So if you want to grow something, you got to show the universe that you're worthy of that. You start putting plants somewhere, guess what? The universe is going to provide sunlight. It's going to provide water. So I started putting that money away, and I started looking at funds. And I actually put money in funds. And after 6 months later, I was having some return. But then I looked more further into those funds. You know what the best funds were? Within the profiles in which my peeps put money into? Monsanto is in there. Pharmaceutical companies are in there. It's like, are you kidding me? See, the universe is always watching. That is completely incongruent with who I am as a human being. So what I did was I took all my money out. And then I did what I understood. I understand real estate. My family's been in real estate for over 30 years. I understand real estate developing. I know all about flipping homes and all this sort of stuff. But I put money that was congruent with my value system to where I could be. But it's so important to understand that if you don't have forced savings, if you do increase your lifestyle, you'll never be in a position where you can do that. Do you know we as chiropractors have the opportunity to make an astronomical amount of money? Astronomical.